Join us as we continue anticipating our launch of The Story, where you will indulge yourself as a participating member of God's family as we experience His love story for and with us. Oh, and I know my lips don't move right here. The Story, an in-depth look at God's continuously unfolding love story with humanity. Starting September 29th at St. Paul, The Story will sweep you from Genesis to Revelation, revealing in today's language God's love for us, His children. Here at St. Paul, everyone will have an opportunity to become involved in the story. Adults, crew, youth, preschool, Bible study groups, everyone has a place in this saga. Join our family now as we prepare for September 29th.
About 4 houses down from us, going down towards the stop sign. The house there a few years ago became abandoned. It's now been foreclosed. It's been taken over by the city. It's going up for auction, and we're taking a serious look at securing that house and property. I should say the property. And we, conservative estimate, we can get 70 parking spaces over there. And I ask you to do 2 things. Number 1, spread the word. Spread the word. Whenever we make a major decision here, I always want the input of as many members as possible. I want everyone to have an opportunity to make their voice heard. So, and I know this is happening quickly, and I feel bad about that. So spread the word. You're so connected here. It makes my head spin how you're related here to each other. And so spread the word so that everyone can have a chance to make their voice known, that anyone who's interested in this can attend that meeting. And the most important thing, pray. Pray. If this is what God wills for us, then may God make it happen. And if this is not God's will for us, that there's something better coming along, then may God frustrate us in this. So please pray and get the word out. And thank you very much. Good morning. From Hebrews chapter 12, some very well-known verses, powerful verses that we will learn more about in this worship service. Since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely. Let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith. And that's what we will do at this worship service. We will look to Jesus. We will hear His word, which is His power, strengthens us in faith, faith that takes hold of every blessing of His kingdom, so that we may run the race of our lives in a God-pleasing way with His strength and His hope for all circumstances. So glad that you are here this morning to hear the word of God, to be strengthened in faith. We realize that not only are we surrounded by trouble, we realize that we're surrounded by the promises of God, that God is there, that God is with us, that we have a God who understands our burdens, our fears, our anxieties, our worries. No one else may understand, but God does. Because not only did Jesus, His very Spirit, take on human flesh to live in this world, when He was on that cross, He also bore each and every one of our burdens. No matter what is weighing you down in life, no matter what struggle you're dealing with, no one else may understand it, but God does. Because Jesus bore it on that cross. And not only did He bear it, He overcame it. And His Spirit is with us. And when we're too weak to take that next step in faith, He gives us His strength to take that step in faith. When we're too worried to take that next step, Jesus gives us His peace to take that next step. When we're too fearful to take that next step, He gives us His hope that He will pull us through, and somehow, some way, He will work all things for good. That cross is our ultimate guarantee that all the promises of God for us, and yes, are Jesus. We are surrounded by the promises of God. Michael Antonio, God bless you. I baptize you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
St. Paul Lutheran Church, North Tonawanda, New York, 692-3255. Services Sunday, 8 and 10:45 a.m., Monday evening, 7 p.m.